Hi everyone, Pastor Del, Dr. Del here. I just want to look at compatibility. I want to expand it, introduce it, then I will look at each one in detail. Scripture, let's start with scripture. Amos chapter 3, verse number 3 says, "Shall two walk together except they agree?" Some versions say, "Shall two walk together except they are compatible?" For two people to work together, they have to agree, they have to be compatible. If they disagree, they fight, argue, they go their separate ways. Bitterness, hatred, various things like that develop. But let me just quickly look at compatibility elucidated, compatibility expanded. Different types of compatibility. We have character compatibility. Then we even have motives compatibility. What is the motive of each person? Is one person's motive to love and the other person's motive to use the person? Then we have temperaments compatibility. The various temperaments: choleric, sanguine, melancholic, phlegmatic. Then we even have emotional compatibility. We have personality type compatibility. We have financial compatibility. Some people are investors, some people are savers, some people are spenders. What happens when the saver marries a spender? The saver wants to save whilst the other person just wants to spend. What happens? We have social compatibility. Do you move in the same social circles? We have faith compatibility, spiritual compatibility, theological compatibility. Two people can have the same faith but have different theological views. For example, the Christian faith, we have the Mormons, the Latter-day Saints. They believe a man can have multiple wives or more than one wife, whilst most other branches of Christianity believe in one man, one wife. So different theological views. If you marry from two different beliefs, two different faiths, then it's difficult. Which faith would the children follow? From which faith do we teach our children? So we have that compatibility. We have educational compatibility, intellectual compatibility, which are very similar. Educational level, your intellectual level. Then we have emotional intelligence compatibility. Some people are emotionally intelligent. They can read a situation and read people and know what to do, whilst other people might not have that ability. Then we have cultural compatibility. We have family compatibility. We even have food or cuisine compatibility. Different cultures. In some cultures, you courtesy to your husband, you courtesy to your family members, your in-laws, you serve them food. In other cultures, you don't have to courtesy. You just say hi in a nice way. So different cultures do things differently. Then we have communication compatibility. There are different types of communication styles. I'll go into that later. Then we have destiny compatibility, ambition compatibility, shared goals compatibility. Then we have intimacy compatibility. We have attraction compatibility. Are both people attracted to each other or just one person attracted? Then we have physical compatibility. One person might be too big or too small. One person might be too big and be hurting the person. The other person might be too small and not be satisfying the person. Then we have values compatibility. What are your values in life? For some people, life is about achievement, hard work and achievement. Achievement goes with hard work. For some people, life is about enjoyment. Life is to be enjoyed, not to just work hard and work hard, collecting houses, businesses and things. No, they're more interested in enjoyment. So what are your values in life? Then there's upbringing compatibility. Some people are trained to only eat from their family members' houses, not to mix too much with others, whilst others were trained in a more open society. They were raised by the whole community, whilst others were more introverted, only family members. So apart from that, your upbringing could have taught you to do certain things, could have taught you what is right and what is wrong, and the other person might not share that level of compatibility. There's political compatibility, left wing, right wing, center. From which political party, which political affiliation do you belong to? Are you liberal? Are you conservative? Are you labor? Do you believe in helping the poor and the masses, or do you believe in helping big business? Big business can then employ the poor and the masses, and the economy can go on. There's recreational compatibility. Some people do not share recreational compatibility, so they go out with their friends instead of their spouse. Do you both enjoy going to picnics, going to the park, doing gardening? Do you enjoy the same music? Do you enjoy the same sporting events? Recreational compatibility. Roles compatibility. Do you agree on the roles of a man and the roles of a woman? Is it only the man that should provide finances? Contribution compatibility. How much should the man contribute? 100%, or he contributes 80% and the woman contributes 20% of the finances? What should each person contribute? Then there is raising children compatibility. Do we use corporal punishments to raise children? Do we just talk to them? Do we withhold things from them? How do we raise children? Do you agree on that? Then there's validation and attention. Two human needs, validation and attention. If they are met in childhood, as an adult, you need very little validation and very little attention. But if those needs are not met in childhood, then you see an adult wanting so much attention and wanting so much validation. They want to do things, they want to be seen just for attention and validation. Can the other person meet your extreme need for attention and validation? Meeting needs compatibility. Human beings have needs and expectations. Can you meet each other's needs and expectations? You have to discuss that in detail. So that is about 30 types of compatibility. So I hope you've enjoyed this message. Before jumping into marriage, look at things holistically. Out of these 30 things, 20 over 30, you can go ahead. 25 over 30, you can go ahead. At least you have more than 50%. But in the areas in which you're incompatible, you're going to need a marriage counselor to help you solve it. You cannot get too upset, at least now, because you know that we're compatible in all these areas, but in these 5 or 10 areas, we're not compatible. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Those were the different types of compatibility. I've broken it down. Later on, I'll go into detail with each particular type of compatibility. Thank you for listening. Please like, please share, please subscribe to my channels, please follow.